Ark survival evolved, and a new map is on the horizon. Journey with us as our survivor undertakes a great task to explore this new exotic land. Beauty unparalleled, it is truly a sight to behold. Join us as he discovers the mysteries of this land and what gems it has in store, such as the underground oasis, to the lofty reaches of the White Cliffs. In this new installment of Ark Valguero. If nothing but traditional, our journey begins on a beach. In this exotic paradise, you could put up your feet and get a cocktail. And here we have a Loxky of the Homo sapien species. Wandering down the beach, he discovers a dead turtle. This corpse grants many keratin, spoiled meat, and some hide. There is also beached dolphins the size of a shark. The first order of business is to go on the hunt for some sustenance. The Dilophosaur shall grant the meat needed to survive. Our survivor spots another. He approaches with caution. Undetected, he makes his way around the survivor. And stands in his face as the other survivor beats a dolphin. He demonstrates to the other survivor that he is a skilled hunter. The other survivor pays no attention. This is Minty Fresh, and he has now joined the tribe of Loxky. He immediately returns to beat the fish. How rude. Another Dilophosaur has been spotted. Now that they have 2 mouths to feed, so more sustenance is needed. This Dilophosaur does not want to go down without a fight. Loxky now has no spears or weapons to take down this beast. It spits venom in his face like that in Jurassic Park 1. Having crafted some more spears, he finishes it off. Minty came to the rescue this day. No doubt Loxky would have perished. As they gather themselves by the water, Minty takes a turd. Loxky explains that if he does not pick this up, he is liable to a £50 fine. Our survivors have made it through the night, and it's almost morning. They gathered round the fire in order to stay warm, yet in the background lurks danger. Our survivors are AFK, making a cup of tea. An angry dull officer, no doubt a family member of one of the previous victims, now extracts its revenge. Later down the line, Minty Fresh spots a new neighbour. Logsky does not like this neighbour and immediately begins work on a raft. He believes the neighbour will be too noisy, and also they do not wish to become his next meal. The raft now kitted up with some items, they move in to take a closer look. It's a Tyrannosaurus Rex, King of Ark. They head into the open waters to discover what this new land may have to offer. They decide to dock to gather more resources and create a smithy. Minty decides to drive the raft. Jittering about everywhere, Logsky panics and jumps overboard. There we have a giant megalodon which now gives chase to our survivor Logsky. Can he make it to the shore in time, or will he meet his inevitable demise? He has done it, and the shark grins from the water. Pelting it with arrows, it disappears back into the deep. As Minty pilots the raft, Logsky gets to take in some of the nice scenery. However, the fog disagrees. The Brontosaurus is nearby. Such a peaceful creature, with its long neck, it is able to eat leaves from the tall trees nearby. Having spent some time on the water, they decide to dock and stretch their sea legs. By pure happenstance, The survivor falls a great distance into a gold mine. Jackpot. This metal, it will be greatly needed in order to craft some crossbows. There is metal for days. Our survivor tries to make a mental note of its location. With a memory like a sieve, the survivor decides to make a note on his map. However, they are attacked. A terror bird is now savagely attacking Minty. Loxky gains some ground. He uses a bowler to hold it in place so he can stay at range and try and kill it with arrows. It is done. Our survivor attempts to input the coordinates on the map once again. He hears Minty fall to his death. Our survivor decides to name this Metal Canyon. Having made it back to the raft with their plunder, they decide to press on. A dead dolphin floats on the surface of the water, and Loxky decides to plough right through it. That is a sea burial. Having spotted an interesting rock which peaks up into the sky, they decide this may be a good area to set up camp. This indicator could one day guide them back to their home. Having made it up top, they see there is a bridge connecting it to the land, which indeed will make a great place to blockade any potential predators out. They survey the area to see how much ground they have to work with. The view has sold it for them. This will now be their home. They work through the night to get resources to make a base capable to hold them. Safety is key in the game of survival. He sees a ledge which he can jump off, like that of a lemming. Safety may go out the window this day. He survives and is now a master cliff jumper. Within the dark of the water he sports an oil node. It's time for them to tame the first dinosaur. Yet this appears to be some sort of mechanical beast. A parasaur, to be exact. This is some crazy Westworld bullshit. But he is able to knock it out nonetheless. It is now tamed, so they must build a saddle, as this will help them gather more berries needed for narcotics and the like. He tests to see if he can get electrocuted in the water. This robot appears to be waterproof. Now that the sun is at its peak, he can get a good look at what he has tamed. Such a mechanical beauty. Needs a beautiful name to fit. Buzz. our survivor decides to go on a little journey down the coast. He sees a pterodon and realizes they may be running low on meat. Balling it to the floor, he one-shots it to the head and gains his spoils. It is important that he gathers resources in order to help build the base back home. This pterodon is of a particularly high level. He decides he wants to tame it. Knocking it out with trank arrows, he now places meat into the anus in order to please it. When it awakes, it will be part of the tribe. He realizes his tribe mate will also need a pterodon for when they can make saddles. He investigates its level and discovers this too is also a suitable one. When returning back home, he decides on the off chance to see what level this other pterodon is. Better than the first, he decides that this too will be part of the tribe. Go to sleep, little pterodon. Full to the brim of resources, he decides to return to home base. However, having spent most of the day gathering those items, he is now tired. He decides to go for a dip. Narrowly missing the sharp edges of the cliff below, he gracefully swims through the water to harvest a Phiomia. Now sleepy from the long day's work, he retires to the raft and we end off our episode. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this one. Thank you.